people in their 30s. What are things you suggest people in their 20s do before it's too late? Get in really good shape. It's so much harder in your 30s. Do a study abroad or backpacking trip if at all possible. It's more fun as a youngster. I didn't do it and I regret it. Go to festivals and music shows before your favorites break up or retire. Start your 401k or Roth and put at least 10% and if not 20%. Do not upgrade your lifestyle at all until you're doing that. Period. Do not forget to invest it in low-cost index funds. Don't just let it sit there. These sounds doable. Thanks. Skincare including daily sunscreen and facial moisturizer. Yes. Minimally washing the face at night, retinol at night, and moisturizer day and night. Mornings use a light 30 SPF sunscreen. I love the Differin brand. The next step up would be adding a vitamin C serum and a hyaluronic acid. I also do squalane at night, but I know it gets a lot of mixed reviews. If your job offers a 401k, take advantage and put the maximum. If they match it, that's even better. To expand on this, I'd say just saving in general. The earlier you start, the safer your future is. Get in shape and maintain. After finishing a mildly successful baseball career, I can tell you now that skipping workouts comes back to haunt you and is difficult to bounce back from. Eat healthy now and stay active so 30s don't feel like 50s. This. Ever throw your back out sneezing or rolling out of bed awkwardly? Welcome to your 30s. Start getting in shape. Almost 30. Got out of shape. It's already a lot harder than it used to be. This doesn't have to mean getting shredded. Just regular exercise. It has profound physiological and mental benefits just doing your favorite activities for about an hour or two a week. Walking, running, hiking, biking, yoga, weightlifting, and bodyweight exercise are all great, and you should do them as a treat to yourself, not as a punishment for slacking. I have been working out for a couple of months and I can definitely back you up on profound physiological and mental benefits. Thank you. Get any freebies before you turn 30. They often last an extra year or so. 26-30 rail cards etc. Under 30s memberships etc. But TBH 30s are not too dissimilar to your 20s in what it's too late for what you can't do nothing. Why would it be too late in your 30s though? Because of the inevitable aging process that increases your recovery time while also increasing the time it takes to make gains and the decrease in metabolism. Also the likelihood that you're going to have more responsibilities than you anticipated for. Rewiring your brain out of a decade or more of bad unhealthy habits and replacing them with habits that aren't, call it convenient. It isn't impossible and plenty of people have done it. It's just going to be profoundly more difficult than if you did it in your 20s, and no one becomes healthy not wishing they didn't get started sooner. Start saving you money and budget. Get into shape and maintain. Make healthier choices. Just to name a few. Take nude photos. Well, this was not what I was expecting. Your body isn't getting younger. And neither is the body of your partner. Learn to take care of yourself. Learn to cook healthy meals. Stay in good physical shape. Have a well-stocked medicine cabinet. Stay hydrated. If you can, find a doctor you trust and make sure you get a regular checkup. And absolutely make sure to brush your teeth regularly unless you are into pain and not having as much money, lol. I also really recommend learning to manage your money early on. Put together a reasonable monthly budget and make sure to prioritize basic but important life stuff like rent, bills, etc. Be real with yourself about whether you want or need to buy something. Learn to invest, and if you have one, make sure you're putting money into a retirement fund. Good tips. Thank you. Eat all of the things you really love eating. I could have once eaten a rich cake, but now one piece is almost too much. I can't enjoy things that get caught in my teeth or things that are crunchy much now, either. Do the physical things you wanna do. Your body may change a lot, and you could end up with aches and pains you've never had before. Or the ones you do have become too much. You're probably going to tire a bit quicker. 2. Brush your teeth. Take care of your teeth as best you can. I have a pain disorder and nothing I have experienced has ever been as bad as tooth pains. True story. I used to eat an entire large pizza in one sitting and now I'm lucky to finish 2 pieces due to acid reflux. If you have any risks you want to take them while you're young. Much harder to start a business. Go audition for a movie. Move to another state, country, etc. Once you're encumbered by a relationship, kids, mortgage. Make lifelong friends in your 20s. It's harder to do that in your 30s. Start investing. Any thoughts on what to invest in? Index funds. They invest your money into every stock in an exchange such as Nasdaq. So as long as the market as a whole goes up, you're not losing money. Trying to beat the market isn't worth it if you don't have a ton of money you're comfortable losing. Agreed. One thing I recommend people do is that beyond whatever your employer matches for a 401k, if you're finishing off your student loans in your late 20s early 30s, keep most of that payment in a monthly purchase of index funds. There's all sorts of indexes out there, including indexes that focus on tech, farming, sustainability, etc. It's not just the Nasdaq, S&P 500, and DJIA. You can invest in whatever broad category of index funds you want to support or just pick the general ones if you don't care about the market. Start investing in 401k, IRA, life insurance, etc. All much easier to do when young and healthy. Travel. Invest early and hold for the long term. Max out your Roth IRA every year. If the US stays relatively okay for the foreseeable future, you will retire with at least $1 million at 60. How does one max out Roth IRA? Forgive me if this is something that everyone should know about. Schwab or Vanguard is a good start. And just choose a basic index fund. Learn to cook. Like really cook. Not just microwave things. Take cooking lessons if you have to. Eating is something you have to do. Might as well enjoy it and make great food at the same time. Find a hobby. Or multiple ones. Not just watching TV. Like something to keep your mind going. Knitting. Puzzles. Reading, etc. Seems old folkish. But your brain cells will appreciate it down the road. Learn to nurture someone. Whether it be a plant, pet or yourself. Empathy is huge as a 30 adult. Many people lack it and you can sense those from a mile away. And I'm going to agree with the rest of those who post about staying in shape. Do it. Your future partner will appreciate it as much as you will. Excellent post here. Join a sport. It's free and easy activity to keep you in shape. Don't get something new just because. Don't buy a new car as soon as you paid off your current car. Its goal is to get you from point A to B. It doesn't need to be the fanciest thing in the world. Of course, if it doesn't work, then get something new. It will save you money. Learn basic skills like basic plumbing, electronically skills, basic mechanics. Look farther down the road when driving. Slow down slower and speed up slower, etc. You drive safer and save on brakes and a bit of gas, which is money in your pocket. Spend more on experiences instead of physical items, and that's where most memories come from. Save a percent of your earnings. I was a dingus for not saving money. It's now biting my ass. Get in shape. It gets harder when you get older. Also, start maintaining good skincare. You'll thank yourself later. There are already good advices, but I would add also, have fun and party. Because at some point you are too tired to do that anymore. More seriously, go for adventures while family, job, mortgage etc. won't yet hold you back. Don't waste your youth in bad relationships, especially if you want a family one day. Visit your grandparents and ask them everything you like to know about their life and your family while it's still possible. Think what you really want to do as your job, but also consider, does your dream job provide you good enough money to have a okay life and study to achieve that instead of drifting too many years? It will be way more difficult to do that later. Have fun and party. Because at some point you are too tired to do that anymore. I would say that it's more like you risk looking ridiculous. I went to a lot of business conferences in my 40s, and there was always this one group from a fairly small, dull little town who carried on at the bars each night like they had just turned 21. They ranged in age from 40s to 60s. Of course, it's okay to get out and have fun at any age, but acting like you're 25 when you're 55 just isn't a good look. It's best to get the crazy stuff out while you're young, and it won't tank your career.